right now. So I go down the end of the pit lane and then go out.
Well, hello everybody, welcome to a very soggy Donington Park. What a treat we've got for you today. It's the MG Car Club Live. Yes, we've got MG Cup and Metro Cup Live qualifying reaction for you right now. They have been out on track already. They've been the first to test the slippery conditions and no issues at all, I'm pleased to say. Richard Buckley on pole position outright for the Cherished Vehicle Insurance MG Cup. And Dick Trevette, what an absolute flyer he put in for the Hickford Construction Limited MG Metro Cup. Soon we're going to bring you the Cockshoot Cup Qualifying. We've also got BCV8 Championship Qualifying in this broadcast as well. 4 broadcasts in total today to bring you. This is the first one. Let's go down and take a little walk. I did want to grab a word with this man very, very shortly, Peter Birchall, but as you can see, some of the cars here getting, they've been out for qualifying already. We've got the Bastons over there. Looks like they're just getting a bit of extra work done. I'm going to grab a word. Peter.
Hello.
It's great to see you. How are you?
Yeah, getting better.
Good.
And I spent some time with Martin. We're going to adapt my cage. I can get back in it a lot easier. So, yeah, I put in for my licence in January, and fingers crossed.
I bet you can't wait, can you, to get back out there?
It's coming to the meetings. It's great, and it's really bizarre just seeing everybody out having a good time. Yeah. But yeah, you appreciate it when you can't do it. But yeah, it should be a good turnout today. And we've between the Metros and ourselves, we've agreed that actually they form up a combined grid, and everybody's racing. It's we tried the split grid, and it doesn't work for people.
Well, we saw a split grid at Silverstone, didn't we, with the Cockshoot Cup, and we for one lap it works, and then
and then we mobbed them all, and they were like, "Oh, you go quite quick, don't you?" Yes, you know, but yeah, it's good numbers today. You know, Cockshoot have got a good grid out as well, but we should be fun. And it was peeing down, and now it's vaguely sunny.
Got your brody, I got mine.
Yeah, mine's in the car. So no, it should be good, and it's a good circuit.
It's great,
it's one round I wanted to be at, but not this year, but next year. But
definitely.
All right, mate.
You look better and better every time I see you, Pete. It's great to see you.
Cheers.
Take care. Let's go for a little walk, shall we, everybody here? Hello, mate. We are at Donington Park, of course. Not too long to go before the Cockshoot Cup cars head out for qualifying. We're just going to make our way a little round. I did want to catch up with the MG Metro Cup. Remember, this is your show here today. We are going to bring you the on-track action from the races. I think we might go up to the podium, actually, up there to give you the very best look at it. I'll run full commentary for you. For qualifying, we thought we'd do something a little bit different, bring you more behind-the-scenes action here. Going to go chat to some of the other MG Cup drivers and, of course, the Metro Cup drivers. Then we're going to head back to Parc Fermé, catch up with the Cockshoot Cup cars. Whilst we're doing that, there's going to be a little gap, and then of course the BC V8 will be heading out on track. Let's just cut through here. This is a real look behind the scenes here at the Donington Park. In fact, we've got the BC V8 Championship cars up here too, so we might be able to grab a word or two with them as we make our way through. As you can see, plenty of MG Trophy cars knocking their way around as well. Let's just walk through the BCV8s and see if there's anybody up here we can grab a quick word with. In fact, we've got Ken Deemer up here. Let's go have a word with Ken. Always quite popular on social media. He certainly is qualifying for these guys in about half an hour or so. So let's just have a quick word with Ken over here. Good morning. You're watching the live stream? I
think I've just seen you guys walk across here on my phone. I'm like,
he actually is. I was only joking as well. I'm very well. How are you feeling today? Because it's quite slippy out there, it looks like, doesn't it?
Yeah, when the weather's like this, you're never quite sure what tyres you should be on, but everyone's in the same boat. But I think, quali, we should be all right. I think the track's drying out.
It's a good track for these, isn't it, Donington?
Yeah, it's a great track. Crane of Curves is just the brilliant to drive down. So, yeah, looking forward to it.
You need to get a little extra seat in there so I can be a passenger one day.
You never know, mate. I'll work on it.
Lovely. Cheers, Kate. Great to see you, mate. Good luck out there. Thanks for talking to us. Let's keep walking through over here. We've got the Wheelers over here. We always have a good chat with them. We've got Mr. Pryor over here as well. Let's have a quick word. You can't get away from me. You know me well enough by now. You can't get away. How you doing? You good?
All right. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad.
How you feeling ahead of qualifying? Because it might be a bit greasy out there.
Yeah, I think so. A bit slippery. Not very nice.
Not like that.
No. I'd rather it was just raining or dry.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay.
The bit in between, I don't like.
These cars must be quite fun though around here. We just chatted to Ken, Crane Curves. Oh,
yeah.
A lot of fun.
Yeah. No, it's Let's see what happens.
I've got my brolly just in case.
You need it.
Yeah, no, cheers. Let's keep going. Mr. Wheeler, James. The future right here.
Yes.
How are you feeling ahead of this one? Don't trip over your laces.
I know, I've got to put my socks on, yeah.
Sunny conditions today, these suit you?
I know,
You all right with that?
I don't mind the wet, but I like it if it's going to rain. Like, I hate this. Is it going to be wet? Is it going to be
Exactly what
dry?
Ian just said, actually.
Yeah,
as well,
it's going to be wet, get raining, we can put the wets on and we'll be happy.
Makes good viewing though. So what are you thinking right now? Wets, dries? It's got to be wet.
Dries at the moment.
Dries, is it?
Yeah, I'd have said dries. Because they're not slicks, so you can get a little bit of grip out of them in the wet.
Hey.
But no, it's going to be interesting. It levels it, the 400 brake horsepower against the 230 odd brake horsepower against the little B class 200 brake horsepower. It levels it all. So
We've seen it before.
Who's going to be on pole?
It is a cracker, and of course, when you're going to let a little man have a go in one of these,
He's going out in a minute.
he's going to do the test for you. Cheers, James. Great to see you, mate. Let's keep going down, everybody. Let's keep moving through some of the VCV8 cars there. We are going to head over. Watch, there's a banana skin here. That's a comedy just waiting to happen, isn't it? Don't slip up on that, Leon. We've got to go find the Metros. I believe, like usual, they are about 58 million light years away at the other end of Donington Park. After qualifying, of course, the Cockshoot Cup cars are about to go out, I believe. Once they come into Parc Fermé, which is just down here, and I think they are, we will have a word with them once their qualifying is finished for the Hickford Construction Limited MG Metro Cup qualifying finished. A joint grid, as you heard from Peter Birchall there, with the Metro Cup. It's all going to be one giant grid as well. It is going to be an awful lot of fun. I know we're not covering these over here. These are the Triple M's. Just look at them. Aren't they incredible? Look at this. There's John Gillett there. Look. These are something else, aren't they? They really, really are. Beautiful. We also got the Midget and Sprite Challenge here today as well. There's so much action to be bringing you. We've got Mr. Strike's BCV8 car down there as well, and we're going to make our way a little bit further on. Please do like, comment and share. We can see your comments. Head over. Best place as well to watch the coverage is if you head over to Live Sport Now on YouTube. There is a link in the body of this broadcast. We've got Mr. Willers coming up to us from the Metro Cup. Dan, can't go too far, I'm afraid. I know you look like a man on a mission trying to avoid me, but qualifying, how was it?
Sorry.
How was qualifying out there?
Oh, really good. Quite enjoyed that.
You went quite well, didn't you?
Yeah, I always like the wet stuff.
Dick just picked you, I think, didn't he?
Yeah, I bet he's nearly about 8 cents quicker than me. But yeah, not bad. Not driven the car for 9 months. So that was...
It's been ages since I've seen you out. You've got a big smile on your face. I like it.
It's the wet, Ian. I always like it.
Yes. It's going to be spicy today, right?
Yeah.
In a good way.
Yeah.
Because it's a mixed grid as well, and you're all going out at the same time. Is that a good move?
Definitely, I think, yeah, because if you put the Metros behind them, it all starts to get a bit messy, whereas you're sort of within the same speed. So, yeah, I think that's the right decision.
I think it makes sense, yeah, definitely. Let have your coffee. Cheers.
Thank you, Ian.
See you later. See you out there. Let's keep going. Shall we look at these Morgans, by the way. Of course, another point. We've got the Morgans here today as well. So much going on. The MG Car Club, of course, now everything happens in one day. Exception was, of course, MG Live at Silverstone last month. We were live for that one. These are the Midget and Sprite cars. We're just walking past. Fortunately, we're not actually covering them today, but we can't do everything because we've got rather a lot to cover off. But we're going to keep walking on down. I can see the rest of the Metro cars down here. In fact, we've got Richard Buckley down here for the Cherish Vehicle Insurance MG Cup. He's on pole position. Let's have a word with him. And then we've got a smattering of Metros over here, and we'll have a chat with all of them. Green flags out for qualifying. Cockshoot Cup's about to head out on track, of course, as we said. Whilst we make our way back, we will pop TSL on the screen, but not just yet. Let's chat with some of the drivers. Let's chat with the man who's on pole position. He's right in front of us. Richard Buckley, double winner, of course, at Silverstone last time out. Let's have a word with him. Richard! How you doing? Yeah, a bit of form again. Pole. Yeah. Nice and easy, huh? Well,
I don't think it was easy, was it?
What was it like out there?
Oh, slippy.
Was it?
Yeah, really slippy.
Is that good though? I mean, is that not a bit fun?
Oh, it's great fun. Oh, yeah.
That's when the skill comes out, isn't it? So...
Oh, have I got skill, have I?
Yeah, of course it was. I don't say anything, aren't I? You look forward to the race anyway?
Yeah, it'll be all right, yeah.
It's going to be quite fun mixed in with the Metro. I know you often do have a share grid, but a little bit different this time because there's no split. So
Better.
Yeah.
Better, yeah. Because everyone's together then. Yeah. Rather than the trouble is last time we caught them so quick and it was a bit dodgy. But obviously going around here, by the time we catch them, they're sort of everyone's in the rhythm, so it should be okay.
Question for you: what do you think's got a better hairstyle, this or me?
Oh, definitely you.
Richard, I always like chatting to you. Sorry. Good luck, mate. We'll see how Richard Buckley on outright pole for the Cherry Vehicle Insurance MG Cup. Now we start to make our way into the Metros, of course. Neil Burnett's car's over there. Wanted to see if I could find him, but I don't know where he's. Neil's always up for a chat usually, but I can't see him anywhere. I can see Kyla Birdseye's over here. Let's go have a word with her very shortly. Of course, we are going to make our way back. Oh, this is Dan Willis' car. We just spoke to Dan, of course, a little bit earlier. I think he's second, actually. I think that's where he qualified. We will, of course, bring you all the full classifieds ahead of the race. We're going to do that broadcast. That's going to be broadcast too, race 1 of the MG Cup and the Metro Cup. So let's make our way down. Oh, there's Mark. Mark, how are we doing?
Morning, Ian. All right, you?
Oh, not too bad, mate. Not too bad. How's it out there?
It was all right. It was a bit wet, obviously.
These haven't come from qualifying.
No, old battle scars, yeah. But I was expecting rain at 11 o'clock, so I didn't bother putting any of the new tyres on or anything like that. I just left the old ones on for qualifying, and
it just came down.
It rained,
literally 5 minutes before you lot were going out, the heavens open.
And it was like, I think I'm going to go line up now because I didn't want to stand about in the rain and get all wet and steam the car up. But it was all right. Parts of the track pretty grippy still. Parts of the track just felt like there's no grip whatsoever, so it was quite tentative. But
it's a bit of work to do then in the race, but it's going to be fun.
Yeah, it will be fun. Yeah, I think third out of the Metros, so gives me someone to chase, doesn't it? Obviously, Dick's always going to be quick, isn't he? So
he was lightning, wasn't he? Yeah, absolutely lightning. So. Still, we know you, Mark. We know you. We'll see you on the podium at the end, all right?
Thank you.
Probably just completely jinxed him then. Let's keep our way going down. We've got Kyla's car here. We've got Richard's car here. Let's go chat to Kyla. I think she's just there. Is Dick Trevette as well. We'll have a word with him in a minute. Let's just catch Kyla. How you doing? What's going on in here?
Trying to find a spanner.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Is everything all right, Richard? Nothing too serious, is there?
No, nothing serious.
Can't be fixed.
Just try and fix that. Exhaust for that one.
How was it out there, Kyla?
Slippy.
It was
really slippy. It was quite intense. But I had a misfire, so I was just getting my 3 laps in. So thankfully, I think it's fixed. So we're just sorting out these ones and see if mine drive around the paddock and see if it goes.
I'm sure. Oh yeah, no. Well, if you want me to take it out for a spin for you, probably not a good idea. See you later, cheers. So yeah, let's keep going down because I did want to find Kim somewhere if I possibly could as well. Let's keep walking down because we do like to embarrass Kim, don't we? Wonder if I can find her anywhere. I don't know where she is. Let's go have a chat with Robbie Cannon over here, shall we? Robbie, how was that out there, mate? Everything all right with the car? Just a few tests and.
Yeah, it was all right. A couple of faults on my part, going into corners that I would normally be able to brake hard into and downshift at the same time. So I stalled the engine a couple of times. So I had to clutch kick it just to get it going again.
Was that just because it was a bit maybe just trying to find the limit?
Yeah, I'll be honest. I've not turned a wheel in this in a wet. So this is a completely I've not even done a track day in a wet. So that was a sort of christening by fire, as it were. So yeah, it was good fun. But
a lot of fun in the race, so lots to learn.
I hope it's going to dry out because I'm a lot more confident in the dry than the wet.
Yeah, I mean you've got what, an hour and a half or so. You'll be all right.
Hopefully.
Well, unless it rains again.
Yeah. Then, I don't even know where we're starting.
Don't ask me. I'm off. Cheers, Robbie. See you later. Let's go have a chat with Neil over here as well, shall we? Hey there, Pete. You all right? How you doing, Neil? How you doing? It's good to see you. Drink of champions right now. That's what I like to see. That was qualifying, mate. That's good.
Very slippery.
Was it?
Yeah. I mean, I went to Donington Park on that wet day.
Yeah.
That was worse than that. That was really slippery.
Really?
Yeah. That was.
I was spoke to a few drivers. It's hard actually because there's a few grippy bits, but then you just don't know where the grip disappears.
Every time I tried to go, it was just all over the place. Yeah, and I was thinking, no, keep it on the tarmac.
I mean, if it doesn't rain between now and race 1, you'll be fine, won't you?
Yeah.
A lot of cars have still got to go out. So confident.
Yeah.
That's what I like.
I am.
Always, Neil.
Yeah.
Always.
Got to be, ain't you?
Top man.
I didn't finish too good, so I need to pull up them places.
Anything can happen in the race. All right. Cheers, Neil. Good luck. We'll see you out there. Let's keep on going through, shall we? And what we're going to do is, I believe the Cockshoot Cups are out on track. I just wonder if my producer can just confirm that for me. And we will pop TSL up onto the screen whilst we make our way down. So we're going to pop TSL up onto the screen for you so you can just see how the Cockshoot Cup qualifying is getting on whilst we make our way down to Parc Ferme. Let's just find a word, have a look at this, one of the Triple M cars, look. I wonder if he gives a wave, really not. There he goes. So yeah, we're going to leave TSL up on the screen for you just so you can see how things are getting on with qualifying. Come back though when that ticker bar, when that time runs down to 0, because we are going to be in Parc Ferme. We're going to be with the Cockshoot Cup drivers for live, immediate qualifying reaction. Don't forget, both races we will bring for you live as well. We're doing qualifying a little bit different because we've got an awful lot to cover today. We want to bring you that behind the scenes look. This morning we'll bring you the race action. Leave TSL onto the screen. We're going to make our way over there and we'll see you shortly.
So a bit of a swap round there and go across the line. It's still green, right, Egar, but car number 20, which is the car of Connor Flynn, now comes up into 4th place for car number 5, which is Paul Wignall. So the Class C cars as Mark Wright pits. So the number 8 car comes into the pits. Currently on the front row of the grid, but clearly a problem for Mark Wright in the MGF Cup car, which is a shame. So Wright pits, but it may be that his front row time we'll have to wait and see. So Ian Witt, car number 87, has disappeared somewhere on the circuit. Now Ian Witt only got one lap in and for some reason didn't get a time, so Ian Witt will have to start from the back of the grid in one of the fastest Class B cars. So that's number 87, Ian Witt. No sign of him on the circuit and only one lap completed. So still car green in pole position, 1:27.2. He didn't go any quicker that last time. As now that's number 66 improves. So that is David Greenbank. He improves. He's up to 5th place now. So the first 5 cars on the grid, all Class C cars. And it's just basically David Coulthard of the Class C cars who's further down. So 4.5 minutes to go in this session. 6 laps completed by the majority of the drivers. So in Class F, it is Chris Greenbank first at the moment. Then it's number 18 Tom Mensley, and then it's I think it's Tom Church then. So and we've got a new pole position man. So there's number 20 Connor Flynn, who is actually a guest driver and not scoring points. Connor Flynn goes to the top of the timing screen with a 1:26.7. Now Mark Wright, has he gone out again? I didn't see whether Mark Wright came back into the paddock or whether he's taken to the circuit again. We'll see. But at the moment, Wright slipping down the timing screen because he made that pit stop. So car green still back into pole position now. We're into the 26s with 3.5 minutes to go. 1:26.3 for green, 1:26.6 for Egar, 1:26.7 for Flynn, and then next up 1:27.2 for Dave Morrison. And this is a car, yeah, qualifying out of session, the number 22. That's an MG Cup car, so coming into the pits now. So I didn't see, Richard, whether Mark Wright did come in, but I don't know whether he's out on the circuit again or whether he, I think according to TSL, he is back out on the circuit.
I didn't see it either. I was just grabbing a quick word with Bruce Woods, who came up.
Yeah, no, I think he's rejoined the circuit. So because Mark Wright was on provisional pole, which now is Carl Green. And Wignall goes up into 2nd position. So the number 5 car of Paul Wignall, these two fought out the first race at MG Live at Silverstone on the Grand Prix circuit, and we're fighting out the second session when I was just told just now a tiny Chinese-made bung came out of the water system on the Wignall car, and it forced him into retirement. So, so Wignall with the non-finish, but the Cockshoot is the best 8 scores from 10 races, so right. You can afford to have a retirement. After this, we've got the summer break, and then 2 races at Donington Park at the beginning of September, and then the final 2 races at a BRSCC meeting at Croft in the middle of September. So these races today are 5th and 6th, and I was just saying Ian Witt, who's one of the fastest of the Class B drivers, only completed 1 lap and has disappeared somewhere. So Ian will, if he can mend the car, will be a rear 25th place on the grid starter.
It's going to be fascinating to watch if he can sort it out.
Yeah, well,
coming through.
This is his home circuit. He lives in the village. So,
oh, really?
Does Ian Witt. So he's about 5 minutes from home. So
got a good curry house then. Have you tried the curry house?
No, I haven't, but I'm sure he would tell me all about it. But Ian's had a lot of success this season in the Classic Sports Car Club 2 driver races with his daughter Abby, who she's a race instructor, and Ian and Abby do a lot of track time here at Donington Park. So Carl Green, Mark Wright is back out on the circuit again and has got back onto the front row of the grid. So we've got 1 minute left. So Carl Green's still in pole position, now at 1:24.764. It's Mark Wright alongside him at 1:25.014. And then Keith Egar in 3rd place, and Paul Wignall in 4th place. And then, well, that's a fantastic lap from Aaron Jackson in Class B. That puts Aaron Jackson up in 5th place. That's a stunningly good lap from Aaron Jackson in Class B. Leading Class F, it's still Chris Greenbank. He's in 7th place, quite a long way ahead of Tom Mensley, down in 16th. And then it's the number 35, which is Tom Church. And then also in Class F, it's young, another young driver, which is Joe Jones. Now Joe shares his car with his dad, so they drive at alternative meetings. So his dad drove at Silverstone. This is Joe's first outing in the car this season. So, Dad Gareth drove in the first 4 races. Had an unfortunate wing damaging incident at Cadwell and didn't finish, which was not his fault. It was due to lots of midgets spinning in front of him. So checkered flag comes out, and we end this qualifying session for races 3 and 10, and the grid is going to read as follows. On the front row of the grid, we're going to have number 30 Carl Green in the MG ZS, and alongside him we're going to have number 8, which is the MG TF of Mark Wright. On the second row of the grid, we're going to have number 4 Keith Egar in his midget, and number 5 Paul Wignall in the ZS. On the next row of the grid, the third row of the grid, we're going to have number 99 Aaron Jackson, and alongside him number 20 Connor Flynn. On the next row of the grid, it's going to be number 19 Chris Greenbank, and alongside him is going to be number 21 Tony Roberts. Tony new to the championship this season in a car which is the ZS, Class B ZS, which has done very well in the past. Then a bit further back than you'd expect, number 45 Dave Morrison in 9th place, and alongside him number 66, which is the additional runner Father Greenbank. 66 is get the Greenbanks mixed up. Yes, David Greenbank in the ZS next up. On the next row it's Mark Bellamy, number 44, and Colin Stubbs, number 40, both in the ZRs. The next row is going to be 12 Dave Coulthard and number 18 Tom Mensley. The next row is going to be Reese Higginbottom in 11 and 14 Leon Wignall. They're together in class and in the race. And next up it's going to be the number 35 of Tom Church, followed by 55, which is the additional Greenbank runner. Next row is going to be, well, the remains of the grid are number 52 Carl Chadwick, 53 Joe Jones, and then we've got number 9 Phil Rigby, number 3 Helen Waddington, and then number 16, which is John Spencer. So we have only got Father Spencer here today, and then Ian Witt, who will have to start at the back, who only completed the 1 lap of qualifying. So that's a good, safe qualifying session. No red flags to deal with, and no incidents on the track. So a pole position for Carl Green, looking to strengthen his championship challenge. Dave Morrison, who leads Class B, some way down the grid, and he won't be very... Dave Morrison is a very quick starter, but he's a long way down the grid today. And then Chris Greenbank is absolutely where he needs to be, the fastest of the Class F runners, as he seeks to maintain his perfect score as we go into rounds 5 and 6. So that completes...
Right, hello everybody, welcome back to Park Ferme. Let's make our way down, shall we? Have a chat with some of the drivers. Car number 30, Carl Green, on outright pole position. They're sending him straight through, so we're not going to get to have a word with him, I don't think. But there he goes, look, there he goes, gives us away. Well done, Carl Green on pole position outright for the Cockshoot Cup. So that's car number 8 here. Let's just have a quick chat. See what they're actually doing over here. I think they're testing the weights. I won't jump in yet. Although one thing I'm a little bit disappointed with this car is the Chelsea badge on the side. That's quite disappointing, isn't it? So here we are in Park Ferme for the Cockshoot Cup. Don't forget, we've got both races to bring you today as well. So Rob just pulling in as well. Let's go and have a quick chat over here actually, because we've got Joseph Jones here. Let's have a chat with him. Joseph, you've got to go already, have you, mate?
Yeah, I've got to pull forward.
Go on then, we'll follow you. There you go. And since on the side, thank you for marshalling. Of course, the orange trophy, man. Cheers, buddy. Let's find out how it was out there. Joseph, how was it out there, mate? Was it slippy?
Yeah, it's pretty slippy, but I think I chose the wrong tyres. I went for all wets when I was looking at the sky earlier.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think they were a bit slower in the dry, but...
Did you see any cars ahead of you who weren't on the full wets, and were they getting a bit out of sorts at times, or
yeah,
in control?
A couple of midgets spinning in front of me and stuff like that. Yeah, it's quite pretty slippy out there, yeah.
It looks a lot of fun in one of these. What's it like taking this round Donington when it's a bit unpredictable, shall we say?
Yeah, Craner curves are interesting, yeah. It's good fun, it's good fun.
Good fun. Yeah. Mate, thanks for talking to us, really appreciate it. So best of luck, of course we got your race. Do you want me to shut this for you? You're alright. Yeah, it's quite hot in there, isn't it? Let's go have a quick chat with somebody as well whilst we're over here. Hello everybody, how was it out there? Alright?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's not as wet as it looks.
Do you know what? I've spoken to a lot of drivers this morning. Of course, naturally, it's always a theme, isn't it? When it chucks it down in the morning, how is the track, etc. And I spoke to the Metros, because they're probably a bit lighter than these, and they said, oh, it's really, really tough out there, really, really slippy.
Yeah.
The first person I said, actually, that was all right.
Yeah, actually, you know, it's just being brave enough to sort of think, forget that it's wet, and just, you know, I'm actually, the places where it's flat in the dry, it was flat in the wet. So.
What tyres did you go for? Did you go full wet?
The dries. I'm too mean. The problem with the wets is they're very expensive and they wear out quick. So
that would be my reason as well.
There has to be swans swimming around on the track before I use them.
Has to be a lake, you know. What are you looking forward to? Looking forward to the race?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. It's going to be dry, isn't it?
I think so.
Well,
actually, to be honest, I'd quite like it to be slightly damp because the midgets can struggle a bit with them.
That's true. They can go swimming, can't they?
The advantage of having a long, stable car is that they're a bit less twitchy and a bit less,
Absolutely.
hard to drive in the damp.
Well, thanks for talking to us, really appreciate it. Best of luck, of course, we will see you for the race. Let's keep moving around, shall we? Let's go have a chat over here. Number 12. How you doing? You alright? It's good to see you.
Not so bad, how's things?
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. What's it like in one of these then? Are these, because they're a bit lighter, aren't they, than say some of the bigger cars we've got over here?
No, quite the opposite. They weigh a ton. Yeah, for a little open top sports car, it weighs an absolute ton.
Actually, you often hear it, don't you? Because all the added weight you've got to put on.
Exactly, all the rollover protection that's built in as standard. So they weigh an absolute ton.
Did it feel quite nice out there? Felt confident?
No, not with the shower that we had, so it was still a bit greasy out there, still a bit, bit slippy. The slicks took just too long to come up to temperature, really. But it was all right once we got going. End of the session was the quickest, obviously. Usual story. So it was good.
Are you expecting rain, or do you think it's going to stay dry for the rest of the day?
I don't know. Give me a coin and I'll toss it, and we'll decide what it's going to do.
Actually, it all depends on me because I have my brolly. If I leave the brolly in the office, it'll rain. If I bring it with me, it'll stay dry. So what do you want? What do you want me to do?
Stay dry, please. Absolutely.
Stay dry.
Yeah, car with no roof. You definitely want dry.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'll keep the brolly with me then. Cheers. Thanks. A few more cars coming through as well. I wanted to see if we can grab Carl Green. Unfortunately, not. A few just going through the weights. Let's have a little look at this actually. of course, they're heading over to the scales, aren't they, to be weighed. We've tried to do this before. We've been told we're not allowed to film it, but let's do it anyway. Stubbs there going through it. Let's just have a little look. There he goes. Look. There, he's heading out. Here's Joseph Jones again, just popping on the scale. There he goes. Let's hope they didn't have too much to eat this morning. I've already got them now. Cheers, mate. Oh, yeah, thank you. We've had a good chat. We're just having a little look. Taking the weights, as you can see. Seeing how many hash browns everybody had this morning. If you are watching, please do comment below. We can see the comments. We want to hear from you. Best place, if you want to have your comments shown on screen, is to head over to our YouTube channel, Live Sport Now. There is a link in the body of this broadcast. It will take you straight through. You can watch all of the racing action today. We're going to try and bring you the action actually from the podium if we can. If not, we do have a little spot we can bring it, and then of course live race reaction for you here in Park Ferme. The reason we come here is because it's close to the podium, so we don't have to move around so far. Of course, we bring it all from one camera for you. We bring you the very best content behind the scenes, as you can see, right in the heart of the action. Coming up after this, we will have the BC V8 Championship qualifying 2, and then we're going to have a short break before bringing you race 1 of the Cherished Vehicle Insurance and MG Car. It's a joint grid. It is going to be an absolute cracker. 4 separate broadcasts throughout the day for you. Broadcast 2 will be race 1 of the day, the Cherished Vehicle Insurance and MG Metro Cup race. So we're going to have a short break, and then we're going to move in to race 1 of the Cockshoot Cup and the BC V8 Championship, before we then bring you the afternoon action with all of race 2s as they happen live here at Donington Park. It's all happening in one day. Tomorrow is Equip Classic Racing. You can watch all of that too. It's a feast of motorsport here at Donington Park this weekend. A couple of comments coming in. A good friend of ours, Glenn Hunter Fitzgerald. Glenn, I hope you're well. I hope you're watching it. He says, sweet drive. Yes, look at these cars. They are something else, aren't they? Imagine taking these round in the damp conditions here at Donington Park. What an absolute beauty. Now, if you do want to find out more about the MG Car Club or any of these championships, please do. They all have their own websites as well. Check out Cockshoot Cup website, or just head over to www.mgcarclub.co.uk and find out all the information. Get involved with the MG Car Club, all the championships. We are going to be alive throughout the course of the day for you. It is going to be a feast of live motorsport, not just today, this weekend in total as well. As I said, if you haven't already, do head over to Live Sport Now on YouTube. If you are watching from there, comment. We can see your comments. Say hello. Tell us, where are you watching from? We do want to hear from you.
No, it's a shame. It's a shame. The thing is that I follow drivers
So there we go. We're going to go take a little walk now, I think, through the garages, and just whilst we wait for the BCV8 cars, they will actually be lining up already. I'm just going to have a little look, just see how long is left on the current qualifying session. That's out on track now, so let's keep on going.
That's good fun. It's quite a good weekend, actually.
Yeah, well, I say we...
In fact, they're on track now, so maybe we can head out. Let's, whilst we do that, actually, let's just pop TSL up onto the screen now for you, whilst we go get ourselves into position. Of course, the Midget Sprite Challenge and the BCV8s running together. So we're going to bring you the last 5 or 6 minutes of on-track qualifying action for the BCV8 Championship. Take us out, and we'll see you on the podium shortly.
...3 years to get out of an Alton Park meeting because there's one gate, and also they decided to do some bridge maintenance on 42 and send the entire contents of the M42 onto Solihull High Street, which literally wasn't great, but but you swings around it, you get some good runs. A lovely run up here last night, which was
so good. So we're taking the Cockshoot up to Crofts with the BRSCC, which
and is that the first time for a while?
Yeah, it's 3 or 4 years, I think. So it's pre-pandemic since we last. There's a problem. There's Simon Cripps going very slowly in number 88. That's one of the 4 Class D cars. So Simon, unless he's looking for a gap, now do we? No, there's nothing on the circuit. Anyway, so 2 laps completed at the moment, 3 laps completed, and it's James Wheeler in 99 who's the quickest BCV8 car at the moment, and the quickest midget is number 68 Richard Bridge, although he loses that place to Neil Fowler, number 86. But Richard, oh, and that doesn't sound well, does it? Was that the 122 midget going past? That's Edwin Driver. That didn't sound at all happy.
Trying to work out how they're differentiating the classes on the timing screen, Paul, because we've got D's in both
that's
classes,
right.
haven't we?
Well, that's right. So, yeah, although the D's in the midgets will be well down the bottom, because that's the slowest. Well, other than we've just seen Simon Cripps driving round, he's right at the bottom of the timing screen. So, so yeah, we've got Wheeler, Fowler on the front row of the BCV8 grid at the moment, and then Ian Pryor and Andrew Young there, and then we've got Richard Bridge, and the next midget is a long way down. Changes taking place on the timing screen. We have to go a long way down before we get another midget, I think. And Pippa Cow, oh no, look, Pippa Cow is missing as well. So where is Pippa Cow? There's a car.
There's one right at the end, isn't there?
Yeah, so there's somebody else pushing that. That's somebody pushing. That's a Class A midget. I think that's Mike Chalk's car being pushed down the maroon midget. So Mike Chalk is out of qualifying, and somebody else is stuck at the pit lane exit, aren't they? But that's not Pippa Cow's car. It's the silver midget. Simon Cripps is pitting. That doesn't surprise me in the least. So a lot of moths in the machine.
It's Jim Bryan.
It's Jim Bryan from the. Oh well, he's one of the protagonists in Class C of the BCV8 Championship. So Jim Bryan won the class on quite a few occasions. So qualifying going wrong for a lot of people here, and no Pippa Cow. So one of the frustrations, ladies and gentlemen, of the commentary box here is that since the infield rebuilt, we can't see anything box of the Craner curves, the old hairpin at all. So
we don't have any CCTV either.
No. So at the moment we're struggling, I'm afraid. You may see things that you wonder why we're not talking about, and that's why we're not talking about them. And we only have one commentary box here, not 2 that we used to have in the days of
Spark Plug. We're talking about the Spark Plug, weren't we?
It was great. I enjoyed the Spark Plug. It was a bit warm.
Welcome back, everybody. As you can see, we've come to the top, and there's a smoking car at the end. I did hear actually from commentary Mark Chalk, we think out of this qualifying session. Now, just to let you know, of course, this is a joint qualifying session between the BCV8 Championship and the Midget in Sprite Challenge 2. So we'll keep a sharp eye on how things are going at the minute. The Wheelers are going well. We're going to bring you live qualifying action to the end. Then we're going to cut off quickly because we've actually got to get set up for race 1 of the Church Vehicle Insurance and Hickford Construction MG Metro Cup. So at the minute it is James Wheeler on provisional pole, Fowler in second prize, going well as well, as is Young. James Wheeler 2, Ollie Wardle's right in the mix. I believe we have no Ollie Neves, of course. He was double winner last time out at Silverstone. Waved yellows. It's quite a dangerous place to get out of the car, isn't it? That's it. Quickly, quickly, go, go, go. Off he goes. And I think it might be Cow, actually. Unfortunately, Simon Cripps is pulled in. He's in the pits as well. He's only put 1 lap time with 1:56.847. His best, 3 laps in total, very slow indeed. But Wheeler currently on provisional pole with 6 minutes of qualifying left to go. 1:21.584. It was his last time, a 1:23.62. So there's only 0.162 of a second between Wheeler and Fowler. Well worth keeping an eye on that battle for pole position. With no knees, we're going to have a different winner from Silverstone last month. But of course, with the waved yellows right now, it's going to force everybody to slow down. Is there going to be an opportunity? In fact, the checkered flag has been waved. I don't know if they're supposed to do that. Well, they've certainly done it. I don't know. I mean, there's still quite a long time left to go on the clock. I still had 6 minutes left on. Oh, thank you very much, Leon. Yes, oil on track. Thank you very much for that. So oil on track. So they have put the finish flag out. So it looks like the car has put a lot of oil down. I think everybody's managed to get the mandatory 3 laps in. So it looks like Wheeler is going to be on pole position for the BCV8 Championship. Fowler has been flying as well. Prize right in the mix. 2 Youngs up there. Johnny Wheeler's up there. 2 Wardles in there. Ken Deemer, we spoke to him at the top of the show as well. Qualifying has come to an early finish here for the BCV8 Championship live at Donington Park. Both races coming up for you today, live and exclusive with us. So the car's making their way around, oil on the track. That's why the checkered flag has flown 5 minutes or so early. It's a sensible thing because it's going to take a little bit of time for things to get set up, which actually works a little bit in our favour because it gives us an extra 10 minutes or so to get ready for race 1 of the Cherished Vehicle Insurance MG Cup and Hickford Construction Limited MG Metro Cup. Right, let's just pop TSL up on the screen so you can see how things are finished under the checkered flag here for the BCV8 Championship qualifying. Just so you know as well, it is run on a joint grid with the Midget Sprite Challenge. If you're wondering why there are 35 cars in total, but it is James Wheeler, the man on pole position for the BCV8 Championship outright. What a race. We are going to have 2 races to bring you live today as well. In fact, it's the final race. We're going to bring you their race 2 a little bit later this afternoon. I think it's at about 5:20.
Thou shalt not take the checkered flag twice.
Why not, eh? Why not? Right, there you go, cars making their way in. So what we are going to do is we are going to head off for a very short break just to get set up ready for that opening race. So don't go too far wherever you're watching from. Best place to watch it is if you head over to our YouTube channel. It's called Live Sport Now. There is a link in the body of this broadcast. Click it, hit subscribe. You'll be notified when we go live for the opening race. Of course, we're going to stay on Facebook. We're across Twitter. We're on Twitch. We're on LinkedIn. Wherever you're watching, come back. But if you want to have your say, if you want to have your comments shown on screen, Live Sport Now is the place to do it on YouTube. We're going to head off for a short break and we'll be back live for race 1 of the Cherished Vehicle Insurance MG Cup and Hickford Construction Limited MG Metro Cup 2 live here at Donington Park. We'll see you soon.